Okay, let's talk about big life goals. Launching a business, asking for that big promotion, starting a huge project. We spend so much time on the what and the how, right? But what if the one thing we're totally overlooking is the when? Today, we're diving into something called the Glow Up Golden Calendar. It's a tool that's all about taking your timing from just a random guess to your secret weapon.
So, be honest. Ever feel like your timing is just off? You pour your heart and soul into something, a big launch, and it just falls flat. Or maybe you've made a massive decision by, just pointing out a calendar and saying, that one. You know those old traditional tearaway almanacs? Maybe your grandparents had one. They were always packed with these super dense, confusing characters, giving out advice that was meant for, well, everyone, I guess. This calendar is the complete opposite of that. It's like the modern antidote. It takes all that ancient wisdom but makes it super clear, easy to use, and, this is the key part, it's personalized just for you.
And here she is, the creator, Julie Huang. And what I love about her story is that she wasn't trying to start some big company. Nope, she literally just needed this for herself. She wanted to tap into the power of traditional Chinese date selection, which is this whole system of metaphysics all about timing, but she needed it in a way that actually made sense for her modern life and her own goals.
Okay, so how does this whole thing actually work? Well, the system has two main layers. Let's start with the foundation, which is a kind of universal energy that affects everybody, every single day.
So, this first layer is all built around a concept called the day officer. And you can basically think of it as a theme for the day. There are 12 of them in total, and they're always cycling through. Each one gives the day a unique vibe, a specific character, which means some days are just naturally better for certain things than others.
And what's so cool is how intuitive the names are, right? You don't need a PhD to figure this out. You see something like Success Day or Open Day, and you just know, okay, that sounds like a good day to start something. But then you see Destruction Day or Close Day, and yeah, maybe that's a good day to finish things up or maybe just chill out and not make any big moves.
Look, just having this basic layer of the day officers is already a massive step up from just randomly picking a date. But the real magic, the real power of this whole system comes from what's next. It's all about filtering that universal energy through your personal blueprint.
And that brings us to the second layer, which is where it gets all about you. Using your birth date, the calendar figures out 3 really important personal stars just for you. And we're not talking about some vague, oh, it's a lucky day kind of thing. No, these are specific days when you are set up to be at your absolute best in different parts of your life. And this chart just breaks it down so perfectly. It shows you how these kind of mystical-sounding ideas translate into actual, real-world stuff. So, a Nobleman Day? That's your day to find support, ask for help, get funding. A Peach Blossom Day? That's when you're extra magnetic and charming, perfect for a first date or a big presentation where you need to win people over. And an Intelligence Day? That's when your brain is just lit up. The perfect time to tackle those really tough problems. Like doing your taxes or sorting out some complex family plans.
All right, so we've got the universal energy for the day, and we've got your personal power days. The big question is, how do we put it all together to get the best results? This is where it goes from being a cool idea to a really practical tool.
And the process itself is actually super simple and kind of fun. First, you get the calendar. Then you scan a QR code, pop in your birth date, and boom, you get your personal animal sign sent to you. Then, and this is the cool part, you get these stickers so you can actually go through and mark up your whole calendar for the year, flagging all of your Nobleman, Peach Blossom, and Intelligence days.
And right here, this is the whole secret sauce. This is where the magic happens. The goal is to find that perfect overlap, that sweet spot. You want to line up your most important plans with days where your personal power lines up with a positive universal energy. So, for example, you're looking for one of your Nobleman days that also happens to be a success.
Okay, let's walk through a quick example so you can see just how powerful this is. Imagine you've got your calendar, you've done the steps, and you find out that your Nobleman animal, that's your personal sign for getting help and support, is the monkey. So you start looking through your calendar and you see that an upcoming monkey day is also a success day. Bam, that's it. That is your cosmic green light. That's a day that's basically supercharged for you.
So what does that actually mean? Well, like the creator says, this is a prime opportunity. The calendar is basically screaming at you, hey, if you need to fundraise for your project, if you need to ask for help, this is the day to make that call. You're stacking the deck in your favor, lining up your personal support energy with a universal success energy. It's just smart.
And really, that's what this is all about. It's about taking time, something we usually just let happen, and turning it into a powerful, strategic tool you can actually use.
So the big shift here is moving from let's just pick a date and hope for the best to true intentional timing. It's all about realizing that when you do something can be every bit as important as what you're doing.
So if this sounds like something you want to try for yourself, you can find it online at glowupgolden.com. And if you're in the area, it's also at the iconic Pearl River Mart, both their Chelsea and Broadway locations. So I'll leave you with this question to think about. If you could actually align your biggest moves with your best possible timing, what would you finally be able to achieve? What's that one big thing you'd go after?